I wanted to give parents and students in the class of 2025 a strategy for dealing with the changing SAT. It is going, starting in March 2024, to a digital test, slightly changed content, but significantly changed format. No student is going to be able to take it on paper. It is only online. Most students will take it at their schools, but the possibility of taking it from home on a specialized computer or with specialized software on your computer, that does exist, but no paper test. And here's the strategy. You should plan to take both versions of the SAT or none. Let me get into why. The paper test in 2023 may be better for you than the digital test in 2024. The digital test in 2024 may be better for you than the paper test in 2023. Colleges are animated by the one best score that they see. You can send them a bunch, but almost certainly they are acting on the single best score. And since you don't know which is going to be better for you, good study could yield a really good score on one test and not as good of a score. It might just be 30 points less, but we want you to have the 30 points more score that's available on the other test. So studying in 2023 doesn't mean you have to double up your study in 2024. You will use the skills that you learn, hopefully this summer, maybe it's in the fall, and you will apply them to the 2023 tests, and almost every one of those skills will be in play for 2024, plus some digital testing strategies, skills, and practicing with them ought to put you at your best in 2024. Now, there's one exception to a student doing both, and that would be if on the first test you get a scorchingly good score, so great that you're certain to be accepted to the university that you pine for, I think you could stop, okay? I'm getting in at least based on the SAT credentials. Now, you cannot rest on being just above average for the 2023. And that's because the 2024 test could end up being easier and yield much higher scores for the competing kids. So if 1450 would almost certainly land you an admission in a certain spot, but not certain, I think you should go for that 1500 score a few months later in 2024. Because you're doing what you can. You might not get the 1500, but at least you're not keeping yourself out of play in case the heightened standard ends up affecting you. So that's why I think students should do both, or here's the none option. If you don't want to deal with two different versions of the SAT, you could take the ACT. It's an equally good route to college, and the ACT is not changing this year. The ACT has been quite steady for 25 years, and there's no announced changes. So, if the ACT's 4 sections, there is a science section on the ACT, there is not one on the SAT. Otherwise, the content is pretty close. And taking that test in 2023, and if need be in 2024, if your score's not that good, you're still going to take it again, but you won't have to be taking it in a different format. So we kind of like the ACT route if you're only choosing one, but many students will choose both. Once again, if the content, which is not that different, is in your arsenal for one test, it'll become in your arsenal for the other. So it's more testing. It's not a whole lot more studying, and it's giving you, in a way now, 3 different opportunities to show yourself. ACT, SAT digital, and SAT paper version. Just one of them. If it comes out great, you're golden. I'm Mark Greenstein. Thanks for listening here.